Hello. As promised, this week's final podcast, paying tribute to my wonderful high school music appreciation teacher, Mr. Carlton Inniss, features more a cappella renditions of classical music. But this time around, something is decidedly different. Performed by the phenomenal barbershop quartet, the Gas House Gang, these classical music renditions have words attached to them, and they are hilarious. First up is Eine kleine Nachtmusik. That third word is not, N-O-T, instead of the German word that really belongs there, Nacht. For those of you unfamiliar with Mozart's music, here are three things that will help you to get the most out of this tour de force. First, Eine kleine Nachtmusik is one of Mozart's most popular pieces, and the Gas House Gang is performing note for note the first movement of that composition. Second, the lyrics the group attached to their performance offer a bizarre summary of Mozart's famous opera, The Magic Flute. Third, at the very end of the track, you'll hear the Gas House Gang encouraging you to get to know Mozart's compositions. When they sing, they are all arranged in numbers and they start with K. They are referring to the Köchel catalog, a chronological list of Mozart's works originally created by Ludwig von Köchel, in which each numerical entry is preceded by the letter K.
If in tunes it's something hot you seek, try some eine kleine Nachtmusik.
Mozart, when he was just a child, was really kind of wild. He was a prodigy, and he was always thinking of a tune or writing down an opera or a symphony.
Wolfgang, was he rare, none compare, had no dear care for tea.
So he wrote so many notes that some composers who were average thought him dumb. But he didn't mind, 'cause they weren't unkind. They just could not see that he was more than they could be. Now everyone could see,
like in his Opus 53 or in the Hofner Symphony.
or when compared to Salieri.
Oh golly gee,
Here is sort of how
one opera goes.
even if you don't like opera.
If you hate it, it's a story of the magic flute. Now see if you like it,
Then see how you would rate it. First there's a prince who's being chased by a great big snake who's scared off by ladies who are singing.
One of the three is singing alto and the others are sopranos. Then this guy with a birdcage enters and he's really looking strange.
He's all dressed up with feathers. He sings about his love life. The prince gives him a listen, but really couldn't care
And
less.
then they all go off together in a search for big adventure. Then they meet with a bunch of good guys who give them a magic flute, which wards off evil if you got the knack, and will protect you if you play it right.
If you're playing it in tune.
Now we're ready for the real good part. There's a queen who's evil through and through, and a princess too good to be true. Boom.
The plot begins to thicken.
The queen is planning something.
The prince, he loves the princess.
The princess loves her high notes. The birdman is a chicken. The queen runs up her henchman.
The prince is so courageous.
The characters are added, and now it gets confusing. There's priests and slaves and others, and then this Moorish bad guy.
And now nobody knows what's going on.
Including us, we're going crazy, but then that's the way
how
it
it
goes. It shows that opera can be fun, but the ending's only just begun.
Our prince endures a lot of trials that go for miles and miles. But don't you worry, 'cause he's got the flute.
When he plays it good like he should, all is well, especially in the orchestra.
Then the queen, and all the baddies, they get flustered 'cause they know they'll never win. If they try again, for the wage of sin is a fate of evil deed. If only they could see how happy they would be, the prince and princess faithfully.
Do you agree?
Now we're ready for the end at last.
Don't you wish it had to come faster? Please get on with
Good and evil finally have it out with thunder and lightning
and stuff.
The evil queen goes wacko. The prince is always steadfast, to beat him when on the flute he's playing.
And he is on the side of justice, good and truth and righteousness. The queen and all of the bad guys vanquished, and our heroes find success.
Now that the danger's over, the prince and princess marry.
Here comes the bride,
and everybody's happy.
'Cause good has triumphed over evil, and the opera's finally done. But then we find that the whole thing's allegory. Mozart having fun, just like he wrote 'em when he was a lad.
Because of all the talent that he had, he got it from his dad. Try some Mozart if you're down.
Never ever wear a
Far and wide he is
So
renowned.
put some on your stereo too.
Dabba dabba dabba, there are so many things that you can just do. Dabba dabba dabba, they're all arranged in numbers. Dabba 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 with K.
So get a record or CD.
Hey, so get a record or CD.
Right away.
And if you thought that was amusing, hold on to your hats, because here comes the Gas House Gang's rendition of the first movement of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. This time, their lyrics have nothing to do with the composer and everything to do with the joys and tribulations of being, as they call themselves, four short guys who harmonize.
We're four short guys. We harmonize. The notes we sang,
The chords you rang,
a few.
old songs are new.
It's what we do.
With makeup,
Mozart for
voices,
one.
concert hall.
He can be fun like Mr. Beethoven. He wrote this tune.
It's not too slow. And now you know.
We like it so. It's in our show.
The minor key.
No royalty. So it was free. We love its passion. It's got passion. 'Cause in our own fashion, we try to sing with lots of inspiration, fervor, and determination. Though it's just an avocation, parodies or ballads or that famous Dixie ballad. And there are songs. Right was a night and my old man. Plus all those songs that when we started weren't exactly what we planned, and yet we sing them because we're such good friends.
And we always get
along well.
For we want to
Sing every song.
well.
'Cause we've never played ping pong.
With odd lyrics quite
We never
linguistic.
miss.
Our arrangements are
That's
stylistic. Make our singing
It's not a sin.
synergistic.
Don't kick us,
Please
please.
don't say
We sing
that
for
you
you.
are
With
mystic. You
attitude.
complain
Could be so
simplistically. Then you would miss the clever
what
writing that makes barbershop exciting and inviting to the
You
really have some good
trouble.
fetching
All our words are witty, to what we like to hear.
And that's
And
what
we all recall Carnegie Hall. We had a ball.
We had some fun.
The year we won, we went at that. We just begun, and we won't stop our barber shop until we drop. We've been around, and we have found.
We don't agree
On comedy,
internally on where we stay.
Most any day.
No, they really stay. They really swell.
I like to drive all night because you're snoring. It shakes the flooring.
Don't forget the time that Kip forgot his hair at extra dry. It was like he forgot to wash his socks.
Also the time
Jim was late, we had to wait.
The airport gate, we had a date. Some other state, now it's too late to demonstrate. No cursed fate.
And now it's 10
we're hostile, angry, and belligerent instead. And we are thinking that we'll quit while we're ahead. A pretty pass. Bet you're asking if we are gonna just retire. That would be a cop-out, sure, say amen.
But we still have the fun.
And we still want the thrills
of our tour now and then, in spite of long drives,
cheap dives,
road kills,
phone bills,
long flights,
long nights,
and strain.
pain, notes, throats, crude, food, planes, trains, clothes, woes, sweat, debt, chills, bills, loud, crowds, bright, lights, gang, fights, how about them afterglows, songs, throngs, shticks, kicks, jokes, chokes, smiles, miles to every show. And now you know, we love it so. And even though we gotta grow, so latido, fast notes are slow, high notes are low, away we go. Fortissimo.
St. Louis,
Mo,
to Idaho, and Kokomo,
and then
Ontario, San Francisco, Sacramento.
We've been to places never they seem to like it when
the tenor shows off his voice. Thank you. We've seen Paris, been to D.C.
and to New Zealand, to Germany, the Zuiderzee, and to Hawaii in the sand, the land down under. It was a wonder with all those boomerangs and kangaroos and wallabies and crocodiles, the outback aborigines, koalas, and the opera house in Sydney, sitting right there on the bay. We were in Amsterdam, Vienna, Stockholm, Sweden, and L.A. and Cincinnati, where we made that video for PBS.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
For we were on TV.
Not some tedious rehearsal,
Or some really dumb
what could be worse? Not some MTV production.
Or an ad for
What awful luck.
section. Not a boring
Docudrama.
Dalai
Dalai Lama.
It's harmonic
sells.
celebration.
It's such a hit.
It's the
We
music
really
of
love
our
it.
nation.
Something
God, an
God,
awesome
an
compilation of America in song. With lots of notes and rests and harmonies and lines and staves and melodies and sharps and flats and
with lots and lots of people singing in the choirs and
ensembles, duets, trios, and their barbershop
dance.
So here we are.
And near a far and rented cover of a star, and you know why? We're never shy because each guy is gonna try to hit each note Beethoven wrote. And even then, there's other men. Remember when we'll start again? For there's composers and arrangements that we haven't even started to rehearse.
It could be worse.
You know there's symphonies and chamber music that we haven't barbershopped as yet. To our regret,
Like good old
Sleeping
Tchaikovsky,
Beauty, or there is Mussorgsky,
or there are
Rooms,
Rimsky,
Korsakov, and
Korsakov,
and
Lazarus,
Lazarus,
Puccini,
and
Chopin, and
Rossini,
Rossini, Handel, Haydn,
Carabini,
Carabini,
and Bellini,
Montrose,
Montalbani,
Gershwin,
or that stupid Yanni.
And although we disagree on getting all our names in neon costumes, travel songs, and venues, new arrangements, restaurant menus,
Still,
when the tenors
and the basses,
blend their voices,
smiles on faces,
the result can
be harmonic,
often
based upon the tonic. It's somehow ironic that we find the classic stimulating, each and every lung inflating, while the big fun Beethoven's our favorite guy, and we particularly like his mighty Opus 56. It really kicks.
We hope that you enjoyed it too. For in our view, we do the classic score. We do adore when sung by four.
For the Guest House Gang, we're glad we sang. No matter where we've been, we love to sing again. Amen.
Before signing off, I want you to know that with help from Google, how did we manage before it entered our lives? I discovered that, unfortunately, Mr. Inniss passed away in 1999. His wife passed away last year, and because of a beautiful obituary I read about her, I was able to track down their 3 daughters. I was delighted to have a wonderful conversation with one of them, Julia Inniss Franklin. Among other things, I learned that Mr. Inniss wrote 3 musical compositions based on African American spirituals, and that, like me, he was a polio survivor. It means so much to me that Mr. Inness's loved ones will get to hear this week's breathtaking podcasts devoted to him. Which brings me to one last thing that I discovered as I prepared this week's episodes. Mr. Inness's loved ones include hundreds, if not thousands, of his students, many of whom shared photos and memories of Mr. Inniss with me on the Francis Lewis High School alumni page on Facebook, and I thank them all. Looking ahead, Sunday, believe it or not, is Mother's Day. So, not surprisingly, all three breathtaking episodes next week will feature musical gems about motherhood. I can't wait to share them with you. Goodbye for now.